How to survive your disappointments. Stop your whining attitude and start your winning attitude. But Joseph said to them, "Don't be afraid. Am I in the place of God? You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." We all have disappointments in life, and many times these are the things we cannot change or control. Think about your source of disappointment right now. Is it one or more of the following? The people around you, like your parents, siblings, friends, teacher, boyfriend or girlfriend. Circumstances, like a family problem, your financial status, school, not having a romantic relationship. Ourselves, insecurity on how you look, your abilities, etc. Or sometimes, even God. Whatever disappointment you have right now, the Bible assures us that we can survive it. We may not be able to control the circumstances we are in, but we are able to control our thoughts and attitude. Here's how we can survive our disappointments in life. Stop your whining attitude. How would you describe someone who is a whiner? Bitter, unhappy, easily angered, jealous, depressed, resentful. Which among the following statements have you asked or said to yourself? Family relationships. Why am I trapped in this family? Self-image. I don't like the way I look, my hair, my body, my nose. Significance. No one really notices me. Nothing I say or think is significant. Talents or abilities. Why am I not as gifted or as talented as him or her? Romantic relationships. Why don't I have a boyfriend or a girlfriend until now? Maybe I'm not desirable at all. There is one person in the Bible who had every right to be disappointed with his life. His name is Joseph, and we can find his story in Genesis 37:39-45. In summary, these were the things that happened to Joseph. His brothers hated him because Joseph always had dreams where his brothers would bow to him. His brothers plotted his accidental death. In truth, they sold him into slavery. His employer, Potiphar, accused him of sexual harassment even if he was completely innocent. Because of this, he was thrown into prison for life without any trial. Joseph helped two prison mates out of their depression, and in return, they promised to bring his case to the authorities when they were set free. They forgot all about him. When he was released and became successful, his brothers now come to him asking for help to provide for their families in time of famine. Start your winning attitude. How would you describe someone who is a winner? Forgiving, contented, peaceful, grateful, joyful, whatever the circumstance. In spite of everything that happened to Joseph, how did he respond? But Joseph said to them, "Don't be afraid. Am I in the place of God? You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." Joseph saw his circumstances in God's perspective. He forgave his brothers and chose to see how God used his dark past for the good, the saving of many lives. How can you see God working in my dark past or your mediocre self? To have a winning attitude, say to your family relationships, "I have a perfect Heavenly Father. I belong to an eternal family." Can a mother forget the baby at her breast and have no compassion on the child she has born? Though she may forget, I will not forget you. See, I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. Your walls are ever before me. God can feel what your family might have lacked. He will not abandon you. Choose to forgive your family just like Joseph did, and trust that God can use your situation for your good. To have a winning attitude, Say to your self-image or insecurity, God did not make a mistake. I am created in the image of God. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. From the time you were in the womb, God was already designing you. God did not make a mistake. The way you look now is exactly how God planned it. Don't let the standards of the world make you think otherwise. To have a winning attitude, say to your insignificance to others, I am never alone. God hears my every cry. I love the Lord, for He heard my voice. He heard my cry for mercy because He turned His ear to me. I will call on Him as long as I live. God does not have a busy signal. He will hear your every cry and prayer. He will not reject you. Allow God to be your source of comfort and significance. To have a winning attitude, say to your abilities or talents, God made me unique, and He has created me with special abilities and talents. We have different gifts according to the grace given us. If a man's gift is prophesying, let him use it in proportion to his faith. If it is serving, let him serve. If it is teaching, let him teach. If it is encouraging, let him encourage. If it is contributing to the needs of others, let him give generously. If it is leadership, let him govern diligently. If it is showing mercy, let him do it cheerfully. We all have at least one gift we can use to help others. We are all passionate about something. Discover where your passion is, what you are good at, and use it to serve God by helping others. To have a winning attitude, say to your desire for our relationship, my life is a gift from God. I do not lack any good thing from the Lord. I wish everyone could get along without marrying, just as I do. But we are not all the same. God gives some the gift of marriage, and to others, He gives the gift of singleness. But marriage and singleness is a gift. Happiness is not based on people and circumstances, but on your contentment with the Lord. Enjoy the gift of singleness. There are actually many advantages of it. Example, you have more time for yourself, free to go out on gimmicks, etc. So use it. Which of the 5 winner statements have you found yourself asking? Which of the 5 winning statements can you apply right now? Be sure to hit the subscribe button and click the bell to be notified for our next lesson in this series. Survivors.